Hey Instagram, it's Chanel with Radiant Living Biz. I wanted to come in for those of you who still need some help with your Instagram marketing. Just give you a few things that I've been helping my clients with to make sure you are optimizing how you show up on this platform. First of all, hey Candace, how you doing? I have shared these tips before, but I'll keep saying them because I keep seeing people missing some of these basic things, okay? When you are on Instagram or any platform, just make sure that you take time to just complete the profile. You should have, number one, your picture should be a headshot. It should be something where people can recognize your face. It should not be a logo or another picture. Hey, good morning. Hey, Savitria. So make sure you have a professional headshot. If you don't have a professional one yet, get the best cell phone picture you can take and post that up, okay? The next thing is a link in the bio. Make sure people can go to your website. If you don't have a website, do you have a booking software that you're using, like Acuity or anything for people? Where can people go? There should be a link in the bio, all right? If you don't know how to do that, Google it, how to put a link in the bio on Instagram. You'll find a tutorial on YouTube that can show you how to do it. When you are posting, okay, first of all, you need to understand content and content strategy, right? But at minimum, put some thought behind your posts. Do not just put these little, these captions, that have no substance. Take some time to write, be thoughtful, teach something, share a tip, help somebody. Give them some information about your business. Share a story and put that in the caption, okay? The next thing is hashtags. Thank you so much. Hashtags. Let me tell y'all this. I see this so many times. Like, hashtags help you get found on Instagram. Every time you post, you have up to 30 hashtags that you can use, all right? And I know many of you are like, I don't know where to start. I have the slightest idea where to start. If you're totally like clueless in a lot of these things that I'm saying, you gotta get some help. You cannot just try to think you're going to learn all of this stuff by yourself, especially if you're not catching on fast. So for hashtags, every post you want to do 30, okay? Even if you're not quite at 30, at least it should be more than 20 every time. But if you prepare them in advance, I come up with hashtag sets and put them in, hey Bliss Beauty Supply, I put them in the notes section of my phone so that I can pull them over and drop, right? So put your hashtags in. Make sure you're not just putting hashtags that have 3 million posts under that hashtag. Something so basic in general, like scrubs or, lashes or something like that. You want to be more specific. For my client, I just did a hashtag research and did sets for her. And, we did things such as Atlanta lash training, eyelash extension, Atlanta. You want to look at things that have a high enough number that people is active, but it's not oversaturated where you would just totally get lost. Because I want you to pay attention. When you click on a hashtag, okay, and you see, if you pay attention, it says top and recent. On the left, it says top. That means what are the top posts under this hashtag? So for instance, I'm gonna just say like NurseBoss, right? If you go to NurseBoss, you will see who are the top, which posts perform the best under NurseBoss. Those will always stay at the top. Hey, Radia. And then on the right side, it will say recent. Those are the ones that are most recent, okay? If you look under recent and you refresh your screen, give it about 30 seconds, give it about a minute. If it's one of those that have like 1 million, posts under it, that's very, very broad, it's going to be moving fast like this, shoo, 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 and it will not stay there, right? So the likelihood of somebody seeing it is very, very small, unless it just happens to hit and you got so many followers or something like that. So it's certainly a strategy behind it. Hey, RL Aesthetics, is this helping y'all? Throw some hearts up, let me know. Post your questions. I'm trying to help y'all until about 9:30. I'm coming back to do another live stream because today the doors are open for my Sales Mastery for Nurse Bosses membership program. Make sure you have text 31996 to NurseBoss to 31996, or click the link in my bio to learn more about Sales Mastery. You only have 10 days to join. Then you'll have to wait till second quarter. So if you like the tips that I'm sharing, if you want to know how I went from $688 months to over 20K months consistently in my business, and how to double your sales in 90 days, and I highly recommend that you take advantage of the opportunity to train with me. So all right, we talked about that, right? So you got to take some time to do some research on those hashtags, okay? And then post it in the comments. Listen, guys, listen. Please stop posting your hashtags in the body of the caption. It doesn't look good. That's not the best place for it to go. What you want to do is go ahead, select your video, select your photo, write your caption in, right? Or if you had your caption written out in your notes section or something, go ahead, move it over, copy, paste, post it there. If you want to put a little couple of emojis in it to break it up and make it look good, fine. Go ahead and post that. As soon as you publish, right? After you publish, y'all, where my heart's at? Y'all on here. I don't know if y'all writing notes. Tap the hearts, tap the screen, and I'm going to keep giving you gems, okay? So, after you publish, then right away, you want to come back and post your captions. Post your hashtags, okay? Now, if you're newer to this, you may want to do your hashtag research in advance. Thank you for the hearts, because it may take you a little bit if you're just trying to come up with 30 hashtags and you don't really, I can do it because I've been doing it long enough and I know what I'm doing. But you may need to do yours in advance, okay? One of the things Candace teaches is don't keep using the same hashtags day after day and never change it up. You want to switch it up. Some of the hashtags you can keep, seem like I'm staying on hashtags for a while, but it's important, right? Some of the hashtags you can keep, like I may do Nurse Boss, I may do Nurse Practitioner, Black Nurses. I do those and keep them in a lot of my posts. But the other ones, I'll switch it up. So you might break it up in like 10, 10, and 10 and say, okay, these are maybe 10 of the ones that I'm going to use most of the time. Then this next 10 may be the one that's related to this post. And then another 10, you're going to switch it up, all right? So that you, oh, Lord, what the hell, this goddamn, I done missed my turn for y'all. That's all right. Let me keep going. All right, I couldn't take that. That's all right. I missed my turn. I know people talk about driving and live stream, but that's all right. Oh, Lord. If y'all know Atlanta traffic, y'all better give me some hearts. So, here we go. I'm in traffic, so we're going to just make the best of it. Okay. So, where was I? So, yeah, those 30 hashtags, okay? You want to switch it up. You want to pay attention. Look at the actual, when you do a hashtag, you want to look under that hashtag. So let's just say we look at Black Nurses Killing It, right? We want to look at that and see how many people are under that hashtag, and you want to see, actually look at the people who are posting in the post, don't just choose something and when you look under it, it's like, these are not my people. These are not who I want to attract. You can't just assume. You got to spend a little bit of time and know which hashtags are good for your niche, right? Hey, Glitter Life, hey, right? You missed a turn. That's all right. So, all right. So that's hashtags, guys. All right, Instagram. What else am I telling you? What questions do you guys have for me? Let's talk about the frequency of your posts again. Oh my goodness. If I'm going and I'm looking to work with you, or you know, I hear about you and I go and find your Instagram and I see that you posted, the last time you posted was December the 26th. I'm like, what? December the 26th, and today is January the 16th, right? Like, what's up with that, guys? You know, you must show up and post consistently. I don't care if it looks like nobody's commenting, or, you know, you didn't get any engagement. You must develop the discipline and the strategy to know how to show up. How are you going to expect to make money? How are you going to expect, right, for people to take you seriously and you know where to be found on social media? Time out for that in 2020, right? I know it's a 17th. I know. Thank you, right? But y'all got me, right? You got to do this. Part of the reason why is because many of you guys are not connected to the right people. You don't have accountability. You're not clear on your money goals. Don't get me talking about that, right? How many people have a clear money goal, right? Say yes or no in the comments. How many people have a clear money goal? How many people woke up this morning and actually put in their mind, it's already 8 o'clock, how much money they need to earn in their business, and that they're setting the intention to earn in their business this morning? Say yes or no. Faith Text says yes. Okay, y'all got that number down. Okay, who else? Clear money goal, right? Clear money goal. And many of you, let me tell you, many of you are underestimating that money goal. Most of the time, you are grossly underestimating how much money it's going to take for you to be successful. You are basing it on, let me tell you, when I talk to people and I talk to clients, or, you know, followers of mine in my audience or whatever, you know, people, the number one, the tone of voice is typically like, well, first of all, most of them like, you know what, honestly, I really haven't thought of it. Or they'll say, that means you don't know it. You haven't said it. You haven't set the intention. You're not clear. So that's why you can't even know if you're close to your target if you haven't said it and you hold it in your mind. Okay? And the other thing y'all will do is say, well, if I could at least make, that is such a limited lack mindset around your money, you know, and what you can do. That's why a lot of you guys are not doing the work that it's going to take, because you're grossly underestimating. You're trying to just compare, oh, if I could just make what I make on my job, or if I could just pay my bills. Like, you're going to need much more motivation behind you, because let me tell you something, guys. I went from $688 in my months in my business to quadrupling my income in 90 days. Didn't do it by myself. I had a coach. I invested in my business and I did the work. Somebody write that down, okay? I didn't do it by myself. I went from $688 months to quadrupling my income in 90 days. Then within 6 months, I hit my first 10K months, okay? I tell the story about this. I'm going to tell it a little. I'll tell it again since more of you guys are on. I was still, you know, practicing as a nurse. I had my baby. I was a new mom, and I was hustling, doing shifts, doing all kind of stuff. And this was 2 years ago, all right? And I said in my mind, how much did I want? I wanted to do 10K months, okay? I thought that would be amazing, right? So, and it did make a big difference in my life then, but I'll tell y'all more about that later. So, let me tell you, the program that I got in, right? The program that I got in with my coach. First of all, when I first met her, I saw her on a Facebook group. I invested $27 in a digital product. I invested $27 in a digital product. I did the work on that. I got some results, okay? I came back and got on a phone call with her about services. Now I'm going to just tell the long story, right? got on a call with her about services. And when we had this phone call, I just knew, like, I got to work with this woman. She asked me, you know, is this something I wanted to do once we talked about my goals and everything and how she could help me. And I was just like, yes, 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 I want to work. I want to do this. When she told me the investment, let me tell you something about mindset. She told me the investment. At the time, I had no credit, okay? I had no money saved up. I was just working paycheck to paycheck. And when she told me the investment, it was $5K. I had no kind of $5K, nowhere, no how. But I told her yes. I said, yes, I want to do it. I said yes, because my mind frame was like, I'm going to work with this woman some way, somehow, right? What I did for her is just like, most people would have probably thought they would have been embarrassed to do, or they would have just not did it, or said, what's the use, whatever. When she said it, she asked me, I didn't have the funds. I said, I don't have the funds right now, right? But I want to work with you. I said, what's your email address? She told me her email address. I sent her $50 in my paper. Somebody say $50. She told me it was $5K. I sent her $50 into her email. She didn't ask me for nothing. I said, this is just my way of saying that I'm sowing a seed for, and I'm like, the tears is ready to come, because I said, I'm sowing a seed because I'm going to get this. What skills you just demonstrated to me, I'm going to get them skills. Okay, and she probably, I don't know what she thought, but I just sent her $50. Okay, I sowed that seed. Within 2 weeks, I saw that she had a webinar. She had a free webinar. I said, okay, let me get on the webinar. It was what you needed to do to earn 6 figures or something like that, right? Everything you need in your business. Got on that webinar. She was blowing me away. I was like, oh my God. I was so excited about the tools and this and that. And I'm like, I got some of these things, but I need, I was just excited. At the end of the webinar, she talked about a program that she had coming up. It was a group program, a group coaching program. Girl, the program was $500. I was like, oh my God, $500. I was like, I can do this. Right away, it was a flex pay. I did the flex pay for like 2 payments of $290, whatever it was, $250 or whatever I did. I got in that program. Y'all, let me tell you. I got in that program. It was about 9 of us in the program, okay? Now, I've been a registered nurse for over 20 years. Where the hell am I going? Shit. Okay. I've been a registered nurse for over 20 years, right? But the women in her, she attracted a lot of corporate business women, people who had more corporate jobs. They've been making 6 figures, whatever, right? So they comfortable with their little checks. That's my point, right? We get in there, and everybody in the first week or so, they all hyped up and excited. They in the first week, we do our calls. They doing their homework. They doing the work. We all excited, doing our work. I'm learning. The next couple weeks start coming by. I notice less and less people is doing the damn homework. They calling, making excuses. Well, this happened and blah. And I'm not sure this. They start coming in with 5,000 excuses. In the meantime, homegirl over here was killing the game. Okay, I showed up and showed the hell out. When she put homework assignments, I would use my strength. I would live stream my homework and go live in the group and do my homework and just show the hell out, okay? Everything she gave me, I was just putting my 100% back into it. By the time we had a call, it was about the 3rd or so call that she taught me a skill that was game changing for me when it came to my sales and closing. I already was a beast, but she gave me another key, to just take it to the next level. Once I learned that, it was game changing. Okay, that's when I first did the quadrupling my income, right? Increased my prices, was still able to close, get clients, getting results from my clients. Y'all hold on with me. I didn't even tell y'all anything that I do for those of you who are newer, but keep the hearts coming. So anyway, when I tell you I'm a registered nurse, been a nurse for 20 years, master's degree in business, but at the time I'm a solo mom, lost my daughter's father when she was 3 months old, taking care of my baby in Georgia, no family here. guess what I did to make sure I could take care of me and my baby, that I can invest in my business, that I would not be broke? People know my story. Candace know my story. Honey, I drove Uber. I signed up to drive Uber, and I would be in Uber waiting at the airport doing my homework in between assignments. I had to have my mind frame that even though I'm a nurse, I'm working these agency shit, so I'm doing this, I'm driving Uber, I had the mindset of a full-time entrepreneur. I put the work in, okay? I said I'm going to refuse to not have what I need for me and my child. I did exactly what she told me to do. I put my assignments in. I got feedback. What ended up happening in this $500 program is I end up having my coach almost all to myself because the other people was playing games. They was too comfortable with their check. Come on now. They was too comfortable. So they took it for granted. And I was able to get results from her because when we would get on the call, like half the people wouldn't even show up. They in the group, I can post things and she had just really me to focus on because maybe only 2 to 3 other people were active. I say all that to say, right? I say all that to say, I got in that program, went from $688 to quadrupling my income. I was making about $3K or something like that. Then, after that, I got this other job. I got a nice little admin position at this hospice company. I had my little business card, I had my little desk, I had my little salary. I thought I was doing something. The lady gave me my little title. You know, I'm just like, you know what, this is good. I'm going to get this little check and I'm going to be able to do X, Y, and Z. And it just started. I had my business mind, but when you're in a full-time position like that, it takes something from you. And it says nothing to say we shouldn't be doing it to invest in your business. But in my opinion, it takes something out of my spirit when I got to commit to somebody's full-time job because it just does. You know, if you're going to do a good job, it does. It's a different mindset. When you out here and you know you're going to get that, if you bring your behind in there and you clock in or you sit at your desk and you're going to get a check no matter what, really, it's a different mindset than when you got to show up and give more value than you expect to receive in money. Okay? So, it was just, you know, it was taking a little something out of me, but I had the mind frame like, I know I'm bright, I'm going to do this for this company. It was a black woman-owned business, and I thought she was phenomenal what she was doing, but we just ended up, honey, within a couple of months, like by the 3rd month, my probationary period girlfriend gave me what? A pink slip, okay? She gave me a pink slip, said, okay, we don't need your services no more, Miss Washington. I was like, well, like, okay. I said, you know what? I said, after I had my little wine, after I went over my girlfriend's house and cussed and fussed for a minute and was like, what the hell? I don't understand this and blah, blah, blah. I said, you know what? I was already making some money in my business, right? So I told you I got to the point I was doing like 3K months or whatever. I was like, I hire myself full-time for Radiant Living Biz. I hire myself. The same energy and effort I was putting to turn her business around, I'm going to put this into my business, my brand building. And when I tell you, that's probably around the time when Candace and I met. It was not a game, okay? I had this information from my coach, and by this time, when I got my paycheck, it's another thing, y'all. Anybody, if you got a job, y'all gotta be working, number one. That's another thing. I don't understand. It's no way in hell, no reason why you can't have no income. You can't say, I'm gonna build a business. And I hope I might be talking to just 2 people, but somebody is out there in fantasy land thinking that money just gonna fall for the sky, you gonna get business credit, whatever. You gotta have a source of income. At least one. Okay? That's another sidebar. But I was getting my check, and I had another opportunity to work with her. Okay? She had a beta program, another beta program. For those of you who don't know what that means when you're like testing something out and you put it out there to see how it's going to work and get some success stories. So it was her and 2 of her like biz besties, right? Each of them had a different expertise. For one lady, it was mindset. The other one, it was like telling your story or whatever. And my coach. It was branding and sales, what she does, right? Yes, even with business credit, you have to pay. That's right. Everyone needs an income. And if it's not enough, add something else to it. You got to add some active before you can get passive. Okay, so let me tell y'all how I got into this next program. So I told you I invested $500 for the first one. Now, when I had my job, I was like, she told me about this program. She hand selected the people. She said, Chanel, we each chose the person we want to work with, and we want to help you get to X amount of goals in 90 days. She reached out to me because she knew I was a beast, right? Reached out, and that's another thing. I'm just dropping as many gems as I can as it comes to my mind, y'all. When you are working with a coach, right, a mentor, leader, strategist, anybody, the more you do, the more you are able to succeed under their leadership, the more you're going to get. I'm telling you, because when you help somebody else reach their goals, you're going to reach your goals. So when anybody you're working with, Candace, myself, Vita MP, whoever you're working with, right? Show up and show out. It's going to bless you. It's going to come back, because those of us who have our best clients and our success stories, we just promote them. We want to see them do better. They're making us look good. They're helping our business. They show that our strategies work. Our formula works. Shout out to Tamika Hart. Shout out to Tina Payne. Shout out to Destination Glow. Shout out to Jason Marie, right? Just saying, y'all. Anyway, what was I saying? So, I got into this program when I still had the job, right? I invested. This is how much, I'm just telling y'all all the details, okay? This is what it was. It was, okay. She said, you're going to put down, what was the deposit? It was some kind of deposit, but the deposit was real small, but this is what it was. It was, you was going to pay them only when you made sales, okay? When you got clients from what they taught you, you was going to pay a percent until it paid off like $1,500, something like that. It wasn't that bad. I think it was like $1,500. It wasn't even that bad. And you just put down a small deposit, and then every time you get paid, it was just out of integrity. You're gonna give them a percentage of the sales until you hit the money or pay it off. And I'm like, what? I'm like, I'm on it, right? So that was my second opportunity. That's how I hit 10K months. I got in there with these coaches. I remember having the strategy calls on my lunch, sitting in my car. Oh my God. The one woman, it wasn't even my coach, it was her other friend. It was a white lady. This lady started breaking down things and peeling back layers that I had no idea how much I had locked up inside of me, and how I wasn't showing up in my gift and what I had to say. And for some of you that don't know, I've been in business. I've been an entrepreneur for 20 years. My first business, I started with a $500 startup. I had to have a plant-based beauty brand called Indigo Farah. Started that business. That's a whole nother story. But in that business, I made a lot of mistakes. Okay. I started out in a natural hair business, having products way back when Carol's daughter first got started. I know I don't look my age, but I'm 44. Okay. And anyway, I was out there early in the game, okay? Before you could get natural products in Target and all of that kind of stuff, I had my brand, I had my products. And, I always invested in my business, but you didn't have communities like the Spy Boss Tribe. You didn't have Instagram. You didn't have all that. So a lot of things you were just learning on your own, had to do things the hard way. Lord have mercy, I'm going every wrong way in the world today. But, basically, I made a lot of mistakes. I sabotaged my own success, and I hit a ceiling, in my business. A lot of times when I say sabotage my own success, it was times in my business I was totally booked, had clients, making money, but I would put in my mind stuff like, you know what, I'm not going to be able to have kids. I'm not going to have a husband. Nobody going to want to, I put these things in my mind because I'm like, I'm going to be too successful. And I sabotage myself, like really. This lady helped me realize that, but the things that I learned were priceless. My lessons that I was able to now help other people. But guess what I was doing? a big thing that was holding me back is subconsciously I was embarrassed by the fact that I felt like I failed. I felt like people that started even after me are here and I'm here. So I don't really want to open my mouth and talk about business or talk about sales or talk about this because I should be at this level. Honey, that white woman helped me get all that off of me, helped me recognize what I bring to the table, helped me recognize my multi-six-figure sales formula and how to package that. The other one helped me show how to tell my story and show up. My coach helped me, with my branding and sales and marketing strategy. And within our goal, remember, was in 90 days to hit 10K. After 90, it was 90 days. I was making progress, but I hadn't hit the 10K. Listen to me closely, y'all. Keep the hearts coming. It was 90 days, and I did not hit the 10K. What did I do? Did I look at my coaches and say, this don't work, I'm giving up, I just need to go work some more shifts? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I kept implementing the plan. I kept showing up. I kept going live. I kept serving the clients I did have. I kept working my plan. And guess what? I don't know the exact, but it was, let's just say I got fired from that job in around October, November of maybe 2017. And then going into 2018, I think it was March that I hit my money goal, that I hit the 10K for the first time. If I would have gave up, if I would have said, well, this was supposed to be 90 days, right? And stopped and slowed back the momentum, I would have never got there, y'all. And when I got there, I haven't looked back. I've been doing consistent 10K plus months since that was March 2018. Oh my God. Somebody need to hear me. Y'all gotta be persistent. Keep showing up in your business. Keep serving your clients. If you got 3 clients, appreciate those clients. Be grateful for those clients. Keep working with your coach. Keep staying connected in the community. Keep your mindset right. See yourself where you want to be. If I would have gave up then, if I would have let people that judge me, oh, you driving Uber, listen to what people had to say, y'all, I wouldn't have got to this point. Last year in 2019, I hit 20K months twice in my business. Yes, people doing a lot more better than me, doing more, but that's not the point. I know where I came from. I know my story. Everybody's path is different. That's another thing. Y'all comparing, you so busy looking at what somebody else is doing. Everybody's profile is different. Everybody come to the table with a different set of something. Your business credit, your personal credit is different. How much money you save, your skills, your work ethic, everybody is different, right? Be grateful for where you are. Be grateful for your journey. You don't know. My journey has gone in different paths. Candace and I really got started seriously and around the same time. From a sales perspective, revenue, Candace has done much better than me. I am proud of her, right? But I don't look like, oh, I'm not going to get there because she got here at this point. So I cheer her on every time I see her. When I see her, I talk about, I said, this damn girl, I'm telling you, I love it. You got to be proud for another woman in business that's your colleague, that's your peer. Be proud of her, celebrate her. Know that whatever your blessing is. Yesterday, I was on a call. For those of you who know about Secure the Bags Tour and my mentor Tamara Neely and the things I'm part of, I'm on a platform and I'm in a category in my niche as far as nurse entrepreneurs with women who are 7-figure earners, who are killing the game in government contracts, real estate, stock market, and I was on a call yesterday on a masterclass training with Donna Rosby, learning stock investing. And I'm just sitting here like, God, like you, like the favor that I have on my life to, my bank account may not match theirs, but my work ethic, my ambition, my integrity has put me into places where really, I may not really qualify to be. So don't, you gotta see where you're going. That's why I asked y'all about the clarity. You gotta see where you are going, guys. Hold on to that. Do not get discouraged around people around, oh, this person not supporting me. Good morning. This person not, the negativity. I've had, in that same year that I started, really doing well and everything, I had I rarely talk about this, ever. I had a whole lot of momentum around my brand, and I did some programs in a different way, and I had like an inner circle of people around me that I felt really supported me and really, honey, total backstabbers, ended up being a hot and total mess, and it hurt me so bad, it really did, because any of you that have clients and you give and you want to give to people and see them be successful, and you think it's one thing. Everybody has been hurt in business. Everybody has been disappointed in business, but I had to get over it. I had to get over and get past it. It made me shut down for a minute. It made me not want to do, you know what? I'm not coming live. I'm not telling my story. I'm not telling. If people think that they're going to get in this close to me and then they use it to hurt me or use it against me or do things, but I had to realize that's not about me. That's not about me. Other people, they're going to do what they're going to do, right? So don't allow, if you have a business partner and that situation go bad, or, clients do some things that lack integrity, or even a coach or this person, do not come out of your character, or do not stop being the person you are because of what other people do. So many lessons I got to share with y'all. I ain't even planned to do it like this morning. I came on talking about some Instagram tips, but I just wanted to share those when I saw y'all come on. The lessons that you can learn from my story. It's a lot of lessons that you can learn, and there's so many more great things in store. But I appreciate y'all. I really do. Welcome, American Girl Hustler. I appreciate. I never even introduced myself. For those of you who are newer to me, my name is Chanel Washington. I am a registered nurse, profit strategist for NurseBoss, or investor, and master sales trainer. And I help my clients attract their dream clients, close more sales, and earn consistent cash flow. My doors are open right now until January the 26th for Sales Mastery for NurseBoss membership. I teach a select group of women who are highly ambitious, who believe, invest, and are ready to do the work. I teach them my same six-figure sales formula. I teach them mindset. I teach them branding, how to create content, how to build your confidence, the right way to market on social media, how to close more sales. Many of you don't know it's 7 steps. It is 6 steps that you must implement before you even close or ask for the close. And many of you have never been trained in this, right? Great question, RL Aesthetics. It is not only for nurses. We have several spa bosses and lady bosses in the group. I've branded it Sales Mastery for Nurse Bosses because that is my niche. However, you do not have to be a nurse. Click the link in the bio right now to learn about the program, watch the testimonials for my clients, and get in right now. The investment is only $97 a month. I told you my story, right? I wasn't ready to do VIP right away. Because my client gave options at lower investment points, I built my way up. So this because I have a heart for people who really want to be successful, but maybe they are just not ready, to invest at that VIP level. And I can only help but so many VIP clients at a time. But I'm giving the same principles that I teach and same formulas that I teach that I've only taught my VIP clients. It's just that you're not getting me one-on-one. You get it in a group and you get it over time. And there's 2 group Q&A and coaching sessions every month that are super powerful. We have an online platform with replay access and a private Facebook community that helps you be accountable, build relationships, and have access to me. So for those of you who listen, you have questions, feel free to DM me, or if you know you just want to take action and get in right away, do not miss out. You will not have another chance. After the 26th, that's it. The doors are closed, point blank, period. And we'll be focusing on those who are inside of the group. I appreciate you guys. Thank you, Radia. It was a blessing to share this morning and just know people's story. You know, when you see us, you know, on social media and things, look, you see the money, you see the what do you call it? You see those screenshots of PayPal reports and this and that, right? Know that there's a story behind it. Know that people have made sacrifices. Know that it hasn't always been easy. And the smart people in business learn from other people's trial and error. You do not have to figure out everything yourself. Figuring it out the hard way, like, you know, how much time do you really have? How much money do you really have to keep wasting? So I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for listening. Reach out to me anytime if you have questions. If you watch this in a replay, I'm surprised I didn't go over 1 hour, but I'm going to come back. I told my assistant to put out an announcement that I'll be going live at 9:30, talking about who Sales Mastery for Nurse Bosses is not for, because it's not for everybody. So I'll be back at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time here on Instagram. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for the love. Thank you for listening, and more radiance. Take care.